Stern. The chick that's always like,
Oh, Robin.
oh, Howard.
Oh, fucking hate that. With a passion. If I ever get a radio show, there will be no Robin. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, Howard.
It's always funny because he's always like really demeaning to the women guests sometimes, and Robin's just like, women.
Well, she'd look better if she had some tits, right, Robin? Oh, Howard.
I hate myself.
What do you think if I stuck my finger in her
Finish it.
bottle?
Bottle.
Bottle.
Oh, if you say bottle like you're British, it sounds like butthole. Wait, no, if you say butthole British, it's like bottle. Butthole. Give me that butthole.
Not even close.
Yeah, that's pretty weak, buddy. There's got to be a correlation there, though.
Bottle.
Well, if you say bottle,
Yeah, bottle.
give me a bottle.
Give me a bottle.
Stick your finger in that bottle.
See?
I just stuck my finger in my bottle.
Oh. Well, I'm ready to fucking go when you are, dog.
I'm smelling my bottle.
See?
What do you think about that beer? There goes your mouse. Broken mouse.
This is not going to be good. Oh, God, I've had the giggles over everything Jesse's done since I got here. I'm going to fucking laughing fits during this podcast. Holy shit. Oh.
That's what happens when Bruce Arians makes a joke. Laughing fits. Larry Fitzgerald.
That was awesome. Did you come up with that, or did you see it somewhere?
No, just came up with it now.
That was fucking awesome. That's really good. That's really good. Emily, did you hear that?
I can't. Actually, it's not even accurate anymore.
It's still good though. Emily, did you hear his joke? You could start saying Pat Shermer.
Oh yeah. Oh, stop it.
Emily, Jesse, you should tell your joke again. You should tell it when we're recording.
Emily.
Yeah, Jesse.
Well, I can't say it because I have to use the first thing that you said first. It's a whole setup joke. Like I can only say it when something's said. Because you said I'm having laughing fits.
Oh,
I'm having and I go, that's what. But I should have said that's what happens when David Johnson makes a joke.
yeah, that works. Then.
Laughing fits. Gerald.
You over-explained it. Now it's not funny.
I mansplained it. That's the thing, right? Kids are talking about
Stuffing.
Man, it is freezing down here
It's pretty cool.
I'm pretty comfortable. You know what I want though? A McDouble.
already.
No, well, probably, yeah. You know what? That's big hell no. I ate half a pizza
Oh my god.
for dinner.
There's a new story on DT. There's a quote. Why are we having all these people from SHIT
Yeah.
whole countries come here? Good lord.
And it's NBC,
Where was that from?
That was today or like
To who?
today. Just
Where?
because they want to.
About the immigrant stuff.
Well, they're blocking El Salvadorans or whatever.
It's about the immigration.
Guam. Didn't he like not know that Guam was a territory? And they call because he referenced the president of Guam, and then they're like, "That's you."
Fucking idiot.
Easy.
What?
This is a non-political podcast,
That's true.
but this is the pre-party. This is the pre-show.
Should we get to it?
Let's do it.
Bro. I want to try to get to Walgreens on the way home.
Welcome to Pro Football Juice with your hosts, Nick and Jesse.
Hey, Juicers. What's
sorry.
the haps?
Friggin' tears in my eyes.
Right before I started the podcast, Nick randomly said, gonna try to go to Walgreens later. And I have no idea if he's talking to me or Emily or what. So I started the intro of the podcast and I have no idea what's going on. Like, just out of the blue. Gonna go try to Walgreens later. Gonna go to Walgreens later.
Holy shit.
At first I like didn't even think about it, but then I was like, wait, what? We weren't talking about Walgreens by any stretch.
It was just a little verbal reminder to myself that I'd like to go to Walgreens tonight on my way home.
Out loud.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Oh, my head hurts. Son of a bitch.
Hey.
Juice Nation.
Hey, juicers, what are you drinking? I'll just jump right in.
Yeah. No, me. I'm drinking the old Buffalo Trace. I haven't had it this season. Not once.
Huh.
Been a little while. Should
Yes.
read about it again. I mean, I've had it like past couple seasons.
Since last? You haven't had it since? Holy
I haven't
cow.
had it in a friggin' while. No, I'm gonna read it.
Do it. We need a refresher.
Buffalo Trace, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. 45% alcohol by volume. The ancient paths of countless buffalo led America westward. Legendary explorers, pioneers, and settlers alike followed these
like
trails.
Daniel Boone.
Known as traces through rugged wilderness
Yep.
to new lands, new adventures, and newfound freedom. One such trace, called the Great Buffalo Trace, crossed the Kentucky River at
Indeed.
a spot just north of present-day Frankfort.
Right by the Navajo settlements.
Early pioneers settled here in 1775, and
After-
with plentiful pure limestone,
after they kicked all the
water and
Indians
rich
out.
river bottom loam for growing exceptional Jeebus Christmas. Bold-haired
I don't think you've
mighty
read this
buffalo,
before.
Traditionally handcrafted. It's yes. Jeez, that's a lot. Let's hear your thunder. BuffaloTrace.com. Great bourbon at BuffaloTrace.com.
Let's hear your thunder. Buffalo Trace.
Distilled, aged, and bottled by Buffalo Trace Distillery, Franklin County, Kentucky.
Oh. Neat.
Hey, what are you drinking, bud?
I'm drinking Yuengling Black and Tan, America's oldest brewery since 1829. Porter and premium beer. Oh,
I wonder if that's true.
What? The oldest brewery?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah?
This stuff
Have
is
you been there?
great. No, it's only in well, technically now it's correct because all of the other breweries that were here before it are now owned by Germany.
Oh,
Like
that
Anheuser
sucks.
Busch is Germany.
Yeah.
Like they just bought,
I knew
they bought
that.
them not that long ago.
That was within the last 10 years.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago, but yeah, I don't know if they just started putting this on their bottles or what. It's like basically the only can really get it on like the eastern side of the country, which is a dang shame. But we were in Indiana over the Christmas break, so I got some because I love it. First had it when I was on vacation in Pennsylvania. I was at a wedding and they're like, "Oh, hey, like what's good here?" It was like when I was 22 or something. And they're like, "Oh, you gotta try this. It's our local flave." So I tried it, and every time I go to Indiana, I gotta get it now. Because it's amazeballs. Black and Tan.
So you said, where is it made? You said Indiana?
Mississippi.
Oh, that's in Mississippi?
What? No, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Pennsylvania.
You have to go Pottsville, Pennsylvania, 17901, 12 fluid ounces. DG Yuengling and Son Incorporated. It looks like it would be Youngling or Yuengling, but I'm pretty sure it's Yuengling. Which I guess that makes sense.
What if it's Younglong?
I kept calling it Youngling, and I don't think they appreciated that when I did that. Anyway,
Hey man, how's
people
your
who
weekend?
know about beer know about this beer.
Oh shit. How's your weekend a week? I guess the weekend has passed. We're already on this next weekend. And I see you're wearing the old Barnes jersey.
Yep, dusted her off in solidarity to my fallen brother. Gary Barnidge.
What happened to Gary?
He's not playing
Oh,
NFL
yeah.
football anymore.
Yeah, that sucks.
I
They had a
still-
parade. Their parade raised like 70,000 meals to feed the homeless.
What, Barnidge did?
No, someone held a parade, an 0-16 parade for the Browns, and they raised 70,000 meals for homeless.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, some Browns player like ripped the fans, being like, "If you go to that, you're not a Browns fan." But then it came out that they raised all that for shelters and crap.
And they were like, "Oh, look at me! I'm the
I have no idea.
D-bag."
I hope. I mean, 0-16. They're celebrating something.
Well, they didn't win any games, and they didn't lose any coaches, but somehow lost their GM, who actually kind of put a good team defensively together.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go, if he came in there, Podesta did, and said that he wanted, there was like a 5-year plan or something. Hugh Jackson was part of the plan. We've already talked about this, but
Yeah.
it still gets my goat. And then they just,
Gets his goat, people.
then they axe him, like it's axe Podesta, like it's his problem.
Yeah, I think they should have fired Hugh Jackson.
I thought if they're gonna keep one or the other, they should have kept both. Is my thing.
Hugh Jackson out. Bring back Pat Shurmur and Case Keenum.
Stop it. I don't even want to hear your voice anymore. Uh-oh.
Oh, God damn it. Do you think if we stay perfectly still, he won't see us?
He's talking to us.
What do we do? You're right there, bro. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Fine.
It's the Brendan McManus Man of the Hour with me, Brendan McManus.
Hey.
Hey. All right, you happy, Brandon? Now we're doing this shit. Hey, who's your man?
You
of the
go.
hour? No, you go.
You go.
You go.
You go.
Okay, Hugo. I'll go. I
You go,
went with Derrick Henry.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, it is a good pick. So that game was kind of garbage. Neither team was good, but Derrick Henry friggin' tore it up. So he had 23 rushing attempts for 156 yards and a touchdown, and then he had like 35 receiving yards on top of that. Like, and he couldn't stop them. What the hell?
It's good. It's good. Keep
Why
going.
you give me?
Keep going.
Why you looking at me like that?
Keep going. Go.
But then, yeah, I don't know. The Chiefs also. Oh God.
Oh, Snowman.
Andy Reid should get an award for screwing that second half.
I had to text Snowman to see if he was still all right. He's like, same thing that's always happened. He was rolling with the punches because he's like, oh well, I'm a Chiefs fan, so there you go.
I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Like I was telling, I was all right. Sorry, yeah. Anyway, I was with them and a bunch of people, and I was watching the game on my phone, and there was a buddy with us who was pretending to act like he knew what he was talking about with football, and he's like, "Oh, what's going on with the sport with the football shaped thing?"
Oh, I see.
And I was like, "Oh, football," and I was like, "Oh, who's winning?" And he was like, "Oh, who's winning?" I'm like, "Kids say they're winning 21-3." I'm like, "The game's over. Like the Titans aren't gonna win this game." And then I saw this thing that they'd scored like 18. They scored 15 points to come back, and I was like, "Oh crap, guys! I need to watch this game."
Yeah, it was nuts. Just like a total reverse. Apparently, Andy Reid is kicking himself for not giving Hunt the ball more.
Yeah, he had what 11 attempts.
First of all, if you're
11 attempts.
if you're up by that much, they should be doing nothing but running Kareem Hunt. He should have had 200 yards in that game.
Yep. Now the Patriots are going to destroy the Titans.
Yeah. You know, it would have been cool to see Kansas City and New England play because it's a revenge game from week 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you know they have the goods to beat them.
Yep.
But now they're playing Tennessee. So congratulations, New England, on your victory. I picked Marcus Mariota.
Ugh.
And here's why. I kind of phoned it in this time, and he threw a touchdown to himself,
Yeah.
and it was pretty incredible. So that's why. No other reason. I don't really think he did anything to help his team. Probably hurt it a little bit, but he threw a pass to himself and scored in a playoff game.
That team
which
is not good. That team is not good.
Well, here's to the rise of Derrick Henry and the probably trade of DeMarco Murray.
You know what could happen though tomorrow? Like, nope, Saturday or Sunday. Jeez, what day is the game? Anyway, what could happen this weekend is that that freaking Brady goes down in the first series and then the Titans win, because that's how the Titans have been winning. Is they've just been getting lucky or bad, like poor other team play.
You know, I know a lot about the Titans because I always pick the Titans in Madden.
Yeah.
Or the Mexico City Diablos. But, yeah, so I actually know quite a bit about it. It's because when I was watching that game, I'm like, oh, I was like, oh, sweet. Oh, look at that. It was all the players that I know. It was quite neat. Of course, I always bring in a bunch of ringers, too, so.
Man, it'd be kind of neat if the Jags and Titans, good God, both win and they're in the AFC Championship game together.
I would approve of that.
That would be kind of interesting. It'd be like, you'd just be like, all these other teams in the league, how are these two the teams that are in the AFC Championship game?
How are those two even in the divisional? Like, if you would have rounded it back to last year, how are those the two teams that made it to the divisional round?
Yeah.
With Oakland and Kansas City and San Diego and,
Man, you look at the end of last season. Who would have freaking thought that a year later, Jack Del Rio doesn't have a job? Jacksonville and Tennessee are both in the playoffs. I guess Tennessee in the playoffs, if you're looking from last year, would make sense.
Yeah.
But Jacksonville being in the playoffs does not make sense.
I mean, but we thought they might have been good last year, remember? They were like one of our teams that we thought were going to explode, and they didn't last year, and then I stayed away from them this year, and then they blew up again.
Vikings are where they are here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. No one would have thought that Aaron Rodgers was going to get murdered by us. So, I mean, if you look at just the NFC in total, there was completely different divisional winners every division.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
it's crazy, man.
And I mean, and Jacksonville won theirs, didn't they? Won the division. That was weird. I mean, so the only not surprises were like Pittsburgh and New England. I'm missing. What's the last one? AFC. Kansas City. Those are the only ones that weren't. There was only 3 teams that were like not a surprise that they won their division. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Juice Nation, what are you drinking?
Yeah.
I know yesterday Jumpstep said he was drinking kombucha.
Yeah.
And at work.
If you drink like 14 of those, you get drunk, right?
Well, apparently, yeah, according to Michael Floyd, but actually it would take you like a keg and a half to get as drunk as he was on kombucha, so.
Is he still on that team?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's there. It would have been nice if he would have been like a pleasant surprise, like great wide receiver, but he's not.
He had moments.
He's had
in like preseason.
He wasn't there. Yeah, he was. But he'll catch a ball or two a game.
Yeah.
He dropped a pass from Teddy that hit him right in the friggin' hands.
Over Jesse's right shoulder is Emily, who's drinking nothing. She's waving now.
No, she's drinking a black and tan.
Oh, she's drinking a black and tan Yingling.
Yingling.
Nice arm flail, Em. I just saw it.
I want to talk about the London games were just announced.
Oh, they were?
Yep.
I missed it. Must have missed it. That's what I meant to say.
So, next year, Seattle Seahawks are going to take on the Oakland Raiders in Tottenham Stadium on October 14th.
Oh.
The Philadelphia Eagles are going to play the Jacksonville Jaguars. Sup, X-Rummage?
X-Rummage. Welcome to the podcast, bro.
Welcome.
Where we really just get drunk and talk about football crap.
Yeah, we kind of broed out on him there.
Yeah, I did. Sorry,
really,
I don't do that normally. I'm
really
not a bro dude.
I bro sometimes, but it's usually...
Bro?
But it's usually
like a wrestling bro.
It's like kind of extended, like in a sarcastic type way. What's up? In other words.
Anyway, I'm sorry to cut you off.
What's up? Philadelphia Eagles versus the Jacksonville Jaguars in Wembley Stadium, October 21st or the 28th. And then Tennessee Titans versus the Chargers, Wembley Stadium, October 21st or the 28th. Which of those do you think is right? You need me to repeat them, don't you?
I do. I do need you to
Seattle,
repeat it.
Oakland,
Yeah.
Philly, Jacksonville, or Tennessee Chargers.
It's interesting that they're doing like two good like
Like
good
those are
teams,
good games,
you know?
yeah. Like whoops.
Oh, that was a forced boo up.
It
So
wasn't gonna be, but it was a
mostly
split
just
second
like
decision.
You yelling boo ups.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I'll believe you.
I mean, there wasn't much to it. I'll give you that, but that's not my fault, really. I just read it wrong.
How do you read it wrong?
I posted a dick pic when I should have just put like a regular old post.
Oh,
it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like trying to put a post on Reddit and accidentally I take a picture of my penis and post that instead.
Oh yeah. I can see how that'd be an issue.
Tales all the time. Song is all the time.
Yes.
Beauty and the Beast.
I remembered it.
After like
We got a laugh.
6,000
We got some laughter.
after like 6,000 times of me doing that,
Yeah.
I think you'd get it.
It's
Once.
taken
I
a
even
really long
I
time.
paused for a while for
Yeah,
you.
you did. But then you didn't have any. I saw in your eye you almost didn't have any hope or belief that I was going to remember. Shit, you're already done with that, huh? What do you got next,
I
bro?
ain't working tomorrow.
We got-
I got some ball love.
What?
Oh yeah.
What?
I got tomorrow off.
Oh yeah. You got another
Yingling
one?
traditional lager. It's not the same as a
Traditional?
traditional lager. It's by Yingling and it's traditional. It's
it
the
traditional?
original amber beer. Traditional.
Traditional.
Hey,
What?
ex Rummage.
Yeah,
Are
what are
you
you
drinking
drinking?
anything? Are you drinking a libation? Because that's what we're doing here, alcoholic style.
I have bourbon.
Buffalo Trace.
Oh. With Twitch people, you can see maybe, but those who can't. So Jesse's ice is like not here. He doesn't have any ice. I guess I could have just set it outside for a minute.
That's true.
And I kind of I like chilled bourbon or whiskey or scotch or whatever. And so he gave me whiskey stones, but I poured them in my glass, and one of them had like broke, and it looked like gravel at the bottom of my glass.
Mm-hmm.
So then he gave me these. I'm using these wine stones.
Yeah.
They're nice.
Also, I have a 20-sided dye ice cube you could plop in there. But I should bring that tomorrow along.
Oh, that's amazing! You should use that to drink with tomorrow.
I think I did, didn't I? Once I brought it once.
I don't know, Jesse.
16. Yeah, you shouldn't be drinking.
No, you should not.
Hey, congratulations on being able to drive, though.
Yeah,
That's something.
yeah. Wait for 5 years, buddy. It's awesome.
It's the best.
Well, wait, you like football? You like football, Robert?
You like football?
Because we're going to talk about some football. I want to talk about John Gruden for a little bit. Wait, did we already talk about what you talked about? What did you say?
London games.
Oh yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
I want to talk about John Gruden.
Do it then.
So John Gruden got offered. Jesus Christ! Wow. Hey,
What about John Gruden?
for those listening to that, I'm sorry that now your ears are moist with Jesse's burp.
Ooh.
Oh, you're currently
look at
playing
that.
Madden. We play Madden.
We have a league
I mean,
in
I'm
Madden.
not playing right
What's
now.
your favorite team? Do you like candy?
What?
I like candy. We just read some Laffy Taffy jokes. Do you have any Laffy Taffy? If you do, go get it or read us the jokes.
Adam replied, Skull, Vikings,
Adam who?
Snowman,
Ooh.
right?
Oh, Adam Eric's.
Eric's.
Skull, Adam. He's a Vikings fan. Hometown Osagian.
Oh, you Osagians are nice people. Bryce from Osage. Like that kid.
He's a good kid. Adam's a good guy.
Anyway, John
Steelers.
Yeah. Yeah. Steelers I think the Steelers will end up being the team that goes to the Super Bowl.
Here's something that I wanted to talk about later. I have a list of the top free agents. there was a list on NFL.com that I
Bell's
pulled,
on there, huh?
and he is on there. So we should talk about that list a little bit and see what you think.
Yeah, so Gruden was our first major coach hiring. Yeah, let's just talk about coaches and start with John Gruden. He got hired. He got signed to a $100 million 10-year contract, which is the longest and most ever for a coach in NFL history.
That's
a lot of money.
Excessive.
He's only won one Super Bowl, guys.
I mean, I don't even know what to say about it, because I feel like this is what happens when coaches leave for a couple of years. All of a sudden, they become gods. He was fired. He didn't leave on his own volition. He was fired.
He has 6. So in his 13-year coaching record, he has 6 winning seasons. 2 of those seasons were 9-7. He's got 2 8-8 seasons, and then the rest are losing seasons.
Well,
and those losing seasons are 7-9, 5-11, 4-12.
Well, the other thing is, so we're seeing the same thing that we saw with freaking Cowher, Bill Cowher,
Yeah.
and Tony Dungy, but those guys left on their own.
Yeah.
Like Bill Cowher won how many touchdowns, or how many? He won that one Super Bowl, right? With when Big Ben was a rookie, and it was he was not a rookie, but like Jerome Bettis' last year. And then he kind of walked off into the sunset. Tony Dungy won Super Bowls with Peyton Manning. He didn't get fired, I don't believe.
I don't think so.
And he went out zone.
I thought he retired.
Now, if I remember right, Gruden got kicked out. He got fired. Did he not?
Yeah, he got fired from Tampa.
Yeah, so I mean, how soon we forget. Sure, he might be a good coach. That's neither here nor there. We'll see if he's still got it. But he's not worth 10 years.
Homie love drafting quarterbacks.
Like $1 million.
Yeah, like
that's redonky.
God, he loves quarterbacks. What?
X-Rumage agrees with you.
Yeah, X-Rumage, you agree with us.
Yeah.
About what? Oh, about the Steelers going to the
Doesn't
Super Bowl?
matter. Everything.
Just they really make the most sense. They win a Super Bowl, and then Big Ben's going to retire. Le'Veon Bell is going to go to a different team, and Antonio Brown will be the best thing that team has.
So, with no quarterback.
Yeah.
So he'll be basically, they'll
Nothing.
basically be the Texans.
Yeah. Except I think DeAndre Hopkins is better than Antonio Brown.
Really?
Yes.
Well, we'll see, because Antonio Brown has always had Big Ben now.
But whenever Big Ben's out,
when Hopkins is...
whenever Big Ben's out, Antonio Brown's garbage.
Yeah, and then when Hopkins never has a quarterback, and he's
like always good.
He's
You
always...
just throw the ball to him, and he gets it.
Yeah, he usually has a great season with nobody there, or multiple people there.
Yep.
Interesting. We'll see. I'd like to see how it all plays out, though. Kansas City...
I was just going to say, I do think that Ben retires at the end of the season.
This season?
Yeah.
Maybe. Might be another year.
Maybe.
Kansas City assistant head coach Brad Childress, formerly of the Vikings, to retire, and Eric sleeping with Bieniemy, former...
Nice.
Well, he was Adrian Peterson's running back coach in Minnesota forever. So it's weird, because there's a lot of ex-Vikings. Oh, well,
No,
you would love Brown. I think he's great.
I love Antonio Brown as well. X-Rumage says I love Brown. I'm not dissing on Antonio Brown. It's just every time I've seen him play with another quarterback that's not Ben Roethlisberger, he's not doing anything. Where DeAndre Hopkins has been with like 4 or 5 different quarterbacks in his career, and he's always solid.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not saying that Antonio Brown's not good. You just think that DeAndre Hopkins is better.
I do think so. Yes.
I think Brown is amazing.
I agree.
But I also think Hopkins is amazing.
I would take either one of them on my team over Des Bryant.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So
Des Bryant's kind of a
make that happen, Jerry.
has-been.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically both of the. I think this is great because Eric Sleeping with Bieniemy was promoted to the offensive coordinator, and he's been great. He was really great with. Adrian
Why
Peterson.
did he get promoted to the offensive coordinator, Jesse?
Because Kansas City assistant head coach Brad Childress decided to retire. I told you that.
No, because we haven't said Matt Nagy. The Matt Nagy thing.
Oh yeah, because he was the OC.
Yeah.
He went to the Bears.
Yeah. The Bears found their new head coach with Matt Nagy.
Yep. Which,
or however you say his name. I don't get it.
Okay. I thought Andy Reid was like the one who was the.
I thought so too, but the Chiefs. I guess he's responsible for their good second half, their good offensive second half.
Maybe.
What good offensive second half?
Maybe they credit Matt Nagy in Alex Smith's turnaround in Kansas City from being
turnaround though.
Well, because he got discarded in San Francisco,
but Doug
and
Peterson
ever since he's
was
been
his offensive coordinator for the last few years.
That's true. But Alex Smith had probably one of his best years of all time under Nagy.
Yeah,
so maybe that's that.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's a young quarterback thing.
Well, Nagy wanted to go there because of Trubisky. Like, Trubisky was a big factor, he said.
Yeah.
But I'm like, well, that and your... as far as I know, I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
X-Rumich asked us what our thoughts are on Juju Smith-Schuster. I think he's good.
I think he's going to get better.
Yeah.
I think he's got a lot of potential. I feel like, though, he's starting to get a little bit not star-crossed, but...
do you think he's going to be...
I think the fame is going to his head a little bit.
Yeah.
Because of that whole incident where he stood over what's-his-face after he smoked him.
Was it Vontaze Burfict?
Yeah, it was over Burfict, and then gave him crap, and then came out saying, oh, that's not me, I'm not like that, I'm not that kind of person.
And then
then the touchdown celebration they did was a recreation of him standing over Vontaze Burfict and giving him the business.
I thought that was...
But I was like, so that you basically are a hypocrite, or...
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah. I think he's good, but I think he's got some growing up to do.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, but, you know...
But he's young.
He's a young kid
the youngest player
who's
in the league
making
right now?
like millions of dollars now. So yeah, you'll have that.
I thought he was the youngest player.
Could be. He's pretty young. But I think he's good though, and he'll just probably keep getting better. Let's see. Panthers fire their offensive coordinator Mike Shula and quarterback coach Ken Dorsey, and they're gonna interview Norv Turner for the offensive coordinator position.
I saw earlier today or this evening that they're finalizing a deal now with Norv Turner.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
there's Vikings flying all over the place.
Yeah.
Baltimore hired Don Wink Martindale as defensive coordinator. He was the linebackers coach. Gus Bradley is returning to San Diego with a 3-year contract as a defensive coordinator, and Ken Whisenhunt is also coming back as the offensive coordinator. What do you think about that? Wasn't Gus Bradley the head coach of the Jacksonville for...
Yeah, I think Gus Bradley makes sense. I don't know, both make sense. They took like 4 to 6 weeks for them to kind of figure out their team, but then they figured it out, and then they started to get kind of deadly.
Yeah, they were pretty nasty down the line there. So, good for them, I guess.
Juju has a YouTube channel where he plays Call of Duty with pro gamers.
Dang, that's cool.
Huh. Nice job.
Darrell Bevel, former Viking, as Seattle's OC is out, and they're going to talk to Colts quarterback coach Brian Schottenheimer, which I thought was interesting, and I wanted to get your notes on that because you hate Andrew Luck.
Yeah, I don't hate Andrew Luck. I just think he's overrated.
You friggin' hate him.
I think he's overrated.
You think he's the worst?
I don't know. I usually get excited about like the new coaching hires and stuff, except like they're just like. I feel like their teams are grasping for straws this year. They're getting people. They're reaching, hoping they're going to get like a Sean McVay kind of person. We're like, oh, let's get this young person who's been kind of okay. But like Sean McVay, he got. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. but
It's a good pickup.
they're just recycling. Like, teams are just recycling offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, and head coaches that have failed in the past. That's just all it is.
Well, speaking of win, Pat Shurmur is now is the leading candidate as Arizona's head coach.
Yeah.
And there were talks earlier in the week, or maybe late last week, that him and Case Keenum might be a package deal.
Yeah. I predicted that last week.
Yeah.
Just wanted to throw that out there.
He did it. It was glorious.
Yes.
And I hated it.
Glorious.
And I hated it at the same time. I wish Pat Shurmur and Sam Bradford were a package deal, which I feel like seems more consistent because, like, they were like, Sam Bradford had a great year last year, and it was because of Pat Shurmur. So, you know, and he only had half a year with Pat Shurmur because it was Norv Turner for the first half. So.
X-Rummage will actually answer that question. X-Rummage asked us, who do you think will win all the
yes.
divisional games?
Our
We'll
picks are
actually
coming
get
up.
to that. Yeah, we do picks usually towards the end of the show. Feel free to watch along. We're going to get a lot more drunk.
Yeah. Also, you can. Who do you think will win all the divisional games?
Yes.
Throw us out. We'll
Go.
We'll read them on the air.
Justin.
That's all the news I had for coaching news. I kind of skimmed it.
Yeah, no, there really hasn't been much.
Brian Gain is the new GM for Houston. He was a former VP of player personnel for the Bills. And Brian Gutenkunst is a former director of player personnel for Green Bay, and he was promoted to GM.
The Giants' head coaching top targets are Matt Patricia and Steve Wilkes.
And then what? The Lions are Matt Patricia and offensive coordinator for New England, Josh McDaniel.
Josh McDaniel, yeah.
So you were asking me this earlier, and I think it's worth another stab. Who do you think fits for? Do you think Matt Patricia fits more for the Giants or for the Lions?
The Lions because of the GM. Like, the GM has Patriots ties.
I said
And it would
earlier.
help with the Lions defense.
I said earlier that it would be the Giants because the Giants defense has a lot going on for it, and he would like to. But maybe he would rather go someplace with a more rounded offense, so that he could focus more on the defense and had the offense will kind of take care of itself if he hires a good offensive coordinator.
Josh McDaniels also makes sense for the Lions, but he also makes sense for the Giants, and he hasn't been tied to the Giants at all.
I don't think he makes that much sense for the Giants, honestly. I don't know if he knows what to do with the Giants. I feel like he would. But yeah, actually,
It's not a very good situation to get.
If I
to
reverse
inherit.
my logic, though, he does work for the Giants. But their offense sucks too.
Yeah, so like that's what I'm talking. They don't really have a running back. Like
No,
Orleans
they have no. They
Darkwa.
don't have a running back. Period.
They've got an aging Eli Manning, and they've got one-star wide receiver who's off injured, and
he's a kind of a
diva.
distraction. Yeah,
you've got like 72 overall ranked Madden scored,
and you've got the Eli Apple situation.
yeah. Like, and they've got an aging
cancer,
defense. So like
quote,
the
unquote.
Giants, I do not think are going to be good for several years.
I could definitely see them being like a major restructure, but the most of their defense is really good, though, if you stop and think about it. I think that they would need someone like Matt Patricia to come in and like take the defense and just whip them back into shape.
Well, their defense is still good. It's just their offense wasn't doing anything.
Wasn't McAdoo the offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he's head coach, and their defense sucks, even though they have pretty good players.
Yeah.
So I
Steve
feel like if they
Spagnuolo's defensive coordinator, they were like, honestly, I think it was because I think the defense was getting tired of having to pull all the weight because the offense wasn't doing anything.
it could be too, yeah. Yeah, so that's all I had for coaching news.
Yeah.
I had some regular news.
Yeah.
Belichick said he will absolutely coach New England in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Pink is going to perform
I saw
the
that.
anthem at the Super Bowl, which my mom is going to be very excited about. She's a huge Pink fan.
Really?
For her birthday, my sister took her to a Pink concert and made us look made me and my brother look like fools
Why?
because our presents sucked compared to taking mom to a Pink concert.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll take your mom to a Pink concert. Can I take your mom to a Pink concert?
She'd be thrilled to go. You have to, but she'd make you wear the pink shirt because that's what she
That's
calls
fine
you.
with me. I don't have that shirt anymore.
I don't know if she knows what your name is.
Pink shirt. I don't
It's
have that
pink
pink
shirt.
shirt anymore. I don't know what.
Well,
what
then
I'm gonna do.
you're obviously dead to my mother.
Oh,
You had your chance and you blew it.
I'm all sexy now though. Maybe she'll call me Sexy
Nope.
Nick. Sexy shirt.
No,
Eh?
no, it's a pink
Eh?
shirt. You blew it.
I'm gonna do your mom. It's gonna be funny.
That's really inappropriate and gross.
Is it?
Yeah. You just said
What?
in our podcast you're gonna do my mom. That's horrific. Christ. What's wrong with you?
Maybe I'm gonna draw her wearing.
Stop it. Andy Reid regrets not giving up the ball. We already talked about that. I just want to try to read the line to get us off of this horrible
Oh.
topic. Julio was
Don't
practicing on
do this.
Thursday.
He wasn't.
He was.
Oh, I thought he wasn't, or was that
And he's
yesterday?
expected to play against Philly. No, he practiced today and he's expected to play against Philly.
You know, I originally thought Atlanta was going to destroy them, but the more I think about it, I don't know.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. That's it.
No.
Oh, X-Romich has the Saints over the Vikings. He bases this mostly off of the quarterbacks and their experience. That's a very good point.
Oh, listen, if that were the case,
Oh!
the Vikings would be like 0-13. They've consistently gone against quarterbacks who have more
True,
wins and more experience, and they've won every
Yeah,
single game.
there is a strong case for Keenum.
I think it
But there is also a breeze coming in.
well, I'm gonna have to higher the bar with our defense being so great.
Yeah, I guess that road
I don't know, I
would
got a
be
feeling about it.
That road would be closed.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
But Christmas is past, so Rudolph probably won't be around.
Oh, Rudolph will be there.
Oh, plus Vikings choke in the playoffs.
Oh, get this. The last time that the Saints played
That's
the
what
Vikings in
X-Romish said, by the way. Not
Oh,
me.
by the way, X-Romish, I am a Vikings fan.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed this.
Huge Vikings fan.
But, so I will defend this to the death. We beat the piss out of them the first time. We'll beat the piss out of them the next time. Different team, though.
I was reading a thing saying that
I am nervous about
that back then it was just a Brett Favre mess up from Super Bowl. But I thought it was dirty Saints play.
It was dirty Saints play. But I don't blame Favre like most Vikings fans blame Favre for that game. Because Peterson fumbled it like twice. Harvin fumbled it. Like, everyone fumbled it. But the only thing that Favre had to do was run like 5 yards and then slide. And then we could have kicked it and been done and gone to the Super Bowl. Instead, he was a gunslinger and tried to sling it in somewhere, and it got intercepted. And that's, you live by the gunslinger, you die by the gunslinger.
Yeah. You know, though, I got a buttload of respect that last Favre year because, like, he was garbage, but he still gave it his all.
Yeah.
And, like, that,
Well,
I remember that Ice Bowl where it was like Peterson was a puss and was like, I'm gonna sit out, and then Favre put his kneecap back in and stapled his arm attached to his body and went out there and played.
Just the fact that he came back for that next season. First of all, he shouldn't have, because the pictures of his body after that game, after the Bounty Gate game, like against the Saints, he was murdered. Like, he had like bruises all up and down.
Really?
His, like from like up here down to his like legs and like everywhere. There was just weird pictures going around, and it looked awful. So I was surprised. And then fast forward to the latest time that they were in the playoffs, and Blair Walsh kicked it wide right. Oh man.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping that we would face them in the playoffs and it would come down to Blair Walsh and he'd piss it up.
Hey, yeah, that would actually been funny. Did you find out about Sunday from the old lady?
It's probably not gonna happen.
Son of a bitch. I was gonna invite Mike.
I like it. I don't know if I want to be in a public place for that game. I haven't been in a public place for any game this season. I also haven't shaved my beard. Here's a funny story. I'm so like nervous and like I'm starting to get superstitious about things I've never been superstitious about.
Yeah.
And I forgot or I didn't wear a winter coat that has my normal gloves in it, but I have Vikings gloves in my backpack. So I wore my Vikings gloves on the bus on the ride home. And I took them off to mess on my phone or whatever. And I set them, and I get off the bus and I go in my car. I'm like, wow, my hands are freezing. And I look down and I'm like, I had left my Vikings gloves on the bus.
No.
And I was like, well, I have to drop my gloves, whatever. But then I started driving down 965 and I'm like, I might have just cursed him. I might have just effed this whole thing up. So then I see the bus going down like a frontage road to my right, and I took the next right and I followed the bus over to HSSB, over to its next stop, and I got out and I ran to the bus and got back on and I said, I just got to look for my gloves. I think I left them on. And then I said, I followed you here in my car. To the bus driver.
Whoa.
Or I said I tracked you down or something like that. So then I go and there's this guy sitting in my spot. Weird because it's only been like 2 stops.
Yeah, it was already warm.
And I'm like, were there gloves on this seat? And he's like, and pulls them out, hands them to me, and then gives me a tap on the shoulder, like, here you go, buddy. And I go, thanks. And then I get on the bus. Like, I peeled off, like, followed this bus, parked right behind him, and ran out. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if I would take gloves on a bus. Or if they were Vikings gloves, I'd definitely take them, wash them, and then...
I don't know. X Roman says Falcons over Eagles once again. QBs. I know Nick Foles has some experience, but Matt Ryan and Julio Jones got this.
This I agree with.
Yeah.
Because it's not like Nick Foles came in and he was playing like Case Keenum playing well. He's been playing like garbage, and I don't think the Eagles defense is good enough to get him out of it.
Honestly, though, I think the huge determining factors for both Vikings and the Eagles are, I think it's going to be loud as balls in those stadiums. Like, Eagles fans are going to be incredibly loud, and I have
open air.
Vikings fans are friggin' pumped. Like, both these teams I think are going to be taken down because of how loud it's going to be. Like, I think this is where home field advantage is definitely an advantage for a home field.
Yeah, I agree. What do you?
It was stupid how I said it.
Both the fields are going to be home fields, and they'll have advantage.
Wish McDonald's was like here. Wish I could just have a burger.
Best case scenario, this whole room would be hidden from the public. Like, people who would just come into my house wouldn't know this room was here.
Yeah.
There would be a fully stocked keg freezer over there with a bar around it.
You know, I'd make my own McDonald's as long as I had the stuff there.
There would be a Silver Strike machine in that corner.
Oh, yes.
There would be a shuffleboard table along this wall.
Oh, shuffleboard.
Or that wall. There would be a VR system hooked up probably behind me somewhere.
Where's the McDonald's?
There's down over there.
Yeah, but why did you even start talking about this?
My wife would come in wearing nothing but, like, skimpy outfits, like handing me burgers and what on a silver platter.
Well, why are you trying to make me hard, Jesse?
Oh, I thought you already were with my mom. With like going
yeah.
in. If you're not gonna get hard, it's not gonna work. I need my bottle opener.
It's
By the way,
there, bitch.
By the way, yeah, can you get?
I got it.
Yeah, my brother is a big fan of the show, and I'm sorry that he had to hear any of this.
Well, I mean, like, I've hit on your sister.
That's the
on this
second
thing.
time.
Yeah,
I've
the left hand. Yeah.
The left hand.
Jeremy, how's it going, buddy? Jesse's brother.
And jump step.
It's not my fault. Your mom's foxy and your sister's hot. I can't I can't help these things.
Yeah, but it's not my fault either, but you punish me constantly for it.
Well, that's what friends are for, Jesse. That's what friends are for.
And bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore.
Freaking gorgeous.
I tried to zhuzh it up a little bit at the end.
Oh, that's right. We might have Rock Band Monday. Because
Oh, that's neat.
what? What's up? Oh, you're drinking something new.
Samuel Smith's
Oh.
Old Brewery Tadcaster, the celebrated oatmeal stout. A product of England, but I'm not doing... Anyway, as an opaque, wonderfully silky and smooth texture ale with a complex, medium dry palate and bittersweet finish. Brewed with well water, the original well sunk in 1758 is still in use. Malted barley, roasted barley, oatmeal, yeast, and hops. Fermented in open-topped stone Yorkshire squares.
Oh, the Yorkshire Square.
Celebrated oatmeal stout is a style benchmark revived by Samuel Smith's and the inspiration for hundreds of commercial oatmeal stouts.
Salts.
This is a cool picture. There's like a picture of a guy
You see?
knocking down the lively head of a yeast formed during the fermentation in the stone Yorkshire squares. he's so beer 101 a little bit for brewing. When you
That's gotta smell terrible.
Oh, it's gonna smell glorious. When you, the head that forms is called Krausen. Oh, it's gotta smell beautiful in there. Samuel Smith's brews at a small traditional British brewery, the oldest brewery in Yorkshire. Anyway, how strong is this? Probably not very. Doesn't matter. It's gonna be.
Should we do our game picks, bro? Probably been about an hour.
It's 47.
Yeah, we should do our game picks. You alright? You alright?
I wish you guys would have played so that after this I could play. That's good.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Emily, about this earlier?
I could hear you think about doing a British accent. That's what Emily said.
But I didn't. Oh no, we're gonna talk about free agents.
Oh yeah, do it. I didn't do any research, so
We'll do game picks and then we'll flash through top free agents. Atlanta versus Philadelphia.
Hotlanta.
Oh, I don't know. You were floundering.
X Rumage says, so I wish the Titans would win, like I pray. But the only way they win is if they play like they did in the second half versus Kansas City. But they didn't play that well in the second half versus
KC just
Kansas
played
City.
so bad.
Yeah, but pressure and sack Brady. Honestly, the only way Titans win is if Brady gets injured in the first quarter. That's the only way, because their backup quarterback. Actually, no, because their backup quarterback is Brian Hoyer, which Brian Hoyer is always great for about the first 6 games, and then teams realize that he's not good.
I feel like maybe Gronk has to go down.
Yeah, Gronk is a
Sometimes when Gronk's not in there, they don't play very well.
Yeah. Sorry, X Rumage, to go all, me on you. You don't really know me. I get a little.
What?
A little.
Anyway,
a little yelly.
Tennessee versus New England.
New England, excuse
Nice. I have New England as well.
Double
Jacksonville
team Gronk.
versus
That's what
Pittsburgh.
X Rumage says. Yeah, but if you double team Gronk, he still has other weapons. They're getting Kevin Hogan back this weekend.
Then Rex Burkhardt will catch it from the backfield.
Burkhead's actually been favoring his knee, but it doesn't matter. They still got James White and Deion Lewis.
Gillislee might come back.
Mike Gillislee.
How do they have
I don't know.
enough roster spots for these people?
I don't know.
They have like 5 running backs.
Probably because they only
LeGarrette Blunt.
No, Blunt plays for the Eagles.
Oh yeah, it was last year. Whoa,
Yeah, that was weird.
that was weird. So it's Rex Burkhead. Who am I thinking? Deion Lewis,
James White. Mike
is-
Gillislee.
Oh, okay, yeah. Gillislee is who I was thinking. Their bruiser.
I think
What
it's
did you say
Gillislee.
that? Gillislee.
Oh, Gillislee? Whatever.
Jacksonville versus Pittsburgh.
Ugh.
Yeah, my bad. Immediate regret on my part.
Pittsburgh. I think there's just too.
I have Pittsburgh too. New Orleans versus Minnesota.
Blake Bortles really is garbage.
He compared himself to LeBron.
He did and he didn't. No, he
said people hate LeBron too, and he said
people think LeBron sucks too, but he's like
tar.
Bortles doesn't suck. Bortles is like good for a backup quarterback.
No, Bortles is yes. He would be a pretty good backup quarterback to have.
He would be an excellent backup quarterback.
But then you think about, I think the level of backup quarterback has changed now that Case Keenum has taken over as, top.
Yeah, but Case
top
Keenum
of
is
the
now
backups.
a legitimate starter, I think.
Now, but he was a backup, so he was the best backup.
God, I really hope he doesn't shit the bed this weekend.
Oh, not me. Not me. I hope for one. No, shut up. Just be quiet.
What? I'm glad I don't.
You hope you son of a bitch.
From here, every time I glance at that thing, it looks like you're drinking like a Miller High Life or Coors.
This thing?
Coors.
This is like the furthest thing from that. It's got a foil top.
Like, I know when I glance at it, like from the side.
That's weird. You're weird.
Who is the Steelers backup? Oh, fuck. Wow.
I heard it and I was like, maybe I should stop it. I'm like, no, I'm seeing this through the end. Landry Jones, there it is.
Guys, in case you didn't know, X-Rubbish said any QB is better than the Steelers backup, which is Landry Jones. He's so bad, it's horrible. Jesse
to listeners only, that's gonna sound like we rehearsed that.
We did not.
To people who are just listening to the podcast, it's gonna sound like we said, "Oh, okay," on a count of 3. But no, X-Rummage said any QB is better than the Steelers backup. So then
X-Rummage can guarantee and confirm we did not do a countdown.
Yeah, so we basically both looked up at the screen at the same time and said the same thing.
I don't think we can do anything else on this podcast to make it any better. Oh my God, my face hurts from laughing and smiling.
Okay, one last pick. New Orleans versus Minnesota.
I have been going back and forth on this, but I think Minnesota's home field advantage has the edge in it, so I'm going to go Minnesota.
Minnesota's home field edge has the advantage.
I think Minnesota's defense is really good. I think the Saints defense is good. I think Minnesota's offense is good. I think Saints offense is really good. But what I think separates the two, what I think gives the Vikings the edge here is the fact that they had a week off and the freaking fans are excited.
I read an article about how the first time that they played, Xavier Rhodes was not just on Michael Thomas, and I thought that was interesting because like every game after that, like he was glued to the best wide receiver. Mm-hmm. So they didn't show like respect to Michael Thomas.
Frick, if anybody he should be on, it should be Alvin Kamara.
Yeah.
Good God, that guy's good.
Or Ted Ginn is so fast.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Trey Waynes is actually a really fast corner, so it makes sense for Rhodes to stay on.
But then, and you
Thomas,
also, if you look at the Saints' best defensive weapon is Marshawn Lattimore, and he doesn't have the playoff experience that.
Well, none of us do.
Yeah, I guess never mind.
Well, Keenum has some, but he wasn't playing.
But still,
Terrence
it's just the difference between being a rookie and being 3 or 4 years in the league. Like
there was also an interesting thing. That's one big advantage that New Orleans has is Breeze's experience in the playoffs.
Breeze, I think, is going to be the only determining factor.
He'll be the X factor for sure. Yeah.
If he throws a couple picks, games in the Vikings territory, Vikings hands. The Vikings run game is also pretty good with Latavius Murray and Jerick McKinnon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got Thielen and Diggs out there. If you got Lattimore on one, the other one's still out there. You know, that's the thing.
And so they'll put Lattimore on Diggs.
Maybe. I mean, technically, Thielen has
put him on Diggs because then that leaves Thielen all day.
Well, Thielen has been lining up like in the slot a lot, and Thielen is their number one wide receiver as far as like yardage goes and everything. Well, of course,
he's like the number 3 or number 2 in the league.
He was, but he's been having some off weeks as of late. He hasn't been. I think people have been starting. People have been starting to like notice him and like cover him more. Actually, I think, which I don't like. So that just opens up Diggs, though. Okay, so let's go with these free agency things and stuff.
Okay.
So I'm just going to read them off. These are the top free agents according to NFL.com. Jimmy Garoppolo. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is done. That's a done deal. Kirk Cousins.
Did you see he said he'd seriously consider playing for the Browns?
Really?
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
You know what? Like, isn't that the best way to be like, prove yourself? Be like, I'm going to go to the Browns.
Definitely. Well, here's the thing.
I have I belief and confidence in myself. I'm going to go to the Browns.
So the Browns have the first overall pick in this next year's draft and the number 4 overall pick in this year's draft. If Cousins went to the Browns, then they wouldn't have to spend one of those 2 picks on a quarterback, which I feel like they would. If anything, what they could do is keep both those spots, move back maybe like 2-3 spots, gain a piss load of extra picks by people who want to move up. Mm-hmm. And then, but if you get Kirk Cousins before the draft, then those picks might not be as coveted, maybe. But I guarantee you, people will move up from below you to get them, because they'll put out little teasers that said like, "Oh, so and so is talking to us to move up."
You think the Vikings would like franchise tag Kirk Cousins and then trade him for a draft pick?
You mean the Redskins?
What did I say?
The Vikings?
Oh, yeah, the Redskins. Sorry, buddy.
I was like, "What are you talking about?" Because I thought you were going with like Case Keenum or somebody. No, they can't. The Redskins have already franchise tagged Kirk Cousins twice.
They can do it again.
I don't think they can do it again.
They can do it again, and it's like 30 or 40 million.
If they did it again, they would be the dumbest people of all time, because they were already the dumbest people from doing it the first time.
But they can do it again.
Well, that's dumb.
X Rummage asks, Kirk Cousins or Alex Smith, who's better? They're 2 different quarterbacks. Like Alex Smith is the smarter play. Like Alex Smith, I think will safer with the ball, but Kirk Cousins takes more risks.
Personal opinion. Let's just say all the Vikings quarterbacks go down. All the Cowboys. Nick is a Cowboys fan. All the Cowboys quarterbacks go down. Who do you want? Who do you pick up?
Alex Smith. I have more faith in Alex Smith. He protects the ball.
No, I have the same thing. I feel like he would fit better in our system.
Yeah,
anyway.
Alex Smith with a good run game. Dude, Alex Smith this season was great. I think Kirk Cousins is too loose with the ball at times.
Wasn't he statistically his best season? Alex Smith?
He was. I think I saw that he had the best completion percentage in the league this season. And Case Keenum, I think, was 3rd.
Mm-hmm. I believe that. Drew Brees, next free agent on the list.
Oh shit!
That's a sticky situation. Bubble in my throat. Bubble in my throat. Ribbit. So I think it's kind of a weird.
God, get rid of it.
Anyway, I feel like Drew Brees is an interesting situation for the. You don't like that?
No, that made me uncomfortable.
Because I became a different person?
Yeah. Oh.
No, that's good. Thanks for the question.
Yeah, that was a good question. I liked it.
It's an interesting situation because, like, he's old. What are you signing for? Maybe a 2-year? Will he accept that? Or are you trying to go somewhere else?
2 to 4 year, probably, right? I think he's still playing at a solid level.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And then are him and Sean Payton tied together? You know, This is a question we asked last year, I think.
I think they re-sign him because who are their other options?
But there isn't any. Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is like basically the only one that you could get besides like maybe Sam Bradford.
Yeah, I think San Francisco will. If San Fran can't log Garoppolo for the gobs of money that he's gonna want, then I think they'll franchise.
They got plenty of money.
Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell.
Oh, I don't think he plays for the Steelers again.
You don't think so?
No.
I feel like
I don't think
he
they can
doesn't.
afford him.
I feel like he doesn't want to play for the Steelers because he held out and didn't want to sign his franchise tag. And he said already, like, if he... Oh, wait. No, there was something where people thought he said that he didn't want to sign... If they wanted to franchise tag him, he would, like, not play or something like that. But he, like, came out and said... That's not true, maybe. I don't remember what it was exactly, but... But yeah, well, how would you feel if you were just franchise tags constantly? I mean, you get gobs of money, but you kind of feel disrespected a little bit.
Yeah, no, I would feel disrespected, but he's also like, I don't know. Like, I was just thinking here, if Le'Veon Bell was cut, would I want him over Zeke, or would I want him over Dalvin Cook, or would I want him over any of the other young?
I wouldn't want him over
backs?
Dalvin Cook.
I can't think of a team that would actively go out and grab him, except maybe the Browns.
I wouldn't want.
Or the Colts.
Or the Giants. I would think that. Colts. You said that. Vikings don't need him.
No.
Murray, McKinnon, but McKinnon is a free agent too.
Maybe the Seahawks.
Seahawks, yeah. Oakland.
Yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen with Marshawn Lynch.
I don't know, but you imagine. God, they'd have to turn around if they picked up someone like Bell.
Yeah.
DeMarcus Lawrence?
Oh, no, he's going to stay with Dallas. Dallas will pay him.
Allen Robinson?
No.
If you put Allen Robinson in a good... Allen Robinson's good.
Oh, never mind. No, he'll be back with the Jags. Right?
Teddy Bridgewater? I'm just lightning around.
Yes, I think he'll be with the Vikings.
It's either him or Keenum. I don't know if you can keep both.
No.
Sheldon Richardson.
No.
Really? You don't think Seattle will pick him back up?
Oh, no. It's just...
Remember because he got shipped to Seattle?
Yep, sorry. I was thinking Muhammad Wilkerson.
Oh.
I think Sheldon stays with Seattle. I think they re-sign him.
Ziggy Ansah.
I think the Lions would be foolish. I don't know. I think he tests free agency.
I think he's been injured too. So
yeah, I bet I don't think he'll be back with the Lions.
Here's an interesting one: Jarvis Landry.
I don't think he'll be back with the Dolphins
because he's been like they don't like him there or something.
And he's but I don't think he'll have much luck in the free agent market.
Someone will
maybe Dallas will get him.
That wouldn't be so bad. But he's more like he's not really
it's like a slot guy.
Yeah, I mean he's not. Yeah,
we don't really need a slot guy, so. Maybe the Niners?
You got nothing but slot guys.
Yeah.
Well, besides Butler.
Maybe the Niners, who said today he won't play for Dallas unless he knows he's going to start. And I agree.
Butler?
He should start. Yeah, he should be starting.
He's not a starter?
No. I think he should be.
Wait a second. Who's wide receiver number 3?
It's like Beasley, I think.
Wouldn't Beasley be 2?
Terrence Williams is 2.
Oh, I forgot about Terrence Williams. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that overpaid bastard.
Weird. Sammy Watkins. I think they'll probably.
Apparently, they're going to franchise tag him.
Oh, I was going to say I think they'd lock him in. LaMarcus Joyner, who is the Ram. He's a Rams defensive back. Trumaine Johnson. Remember he was getting paid boatloads of money on Madden or something. You couldn't believe it. He'll go somewhere. Case Keenum. Do you really think he'll follow? You think he'll follow
I do.
Shermer?
If I were him, I would.
God, I really want to sign Case Keenum Teddy Bridgewater.
I would go anywhere that Pat Shermer would.
I also read an article about him today, and he's like, it's a great opportunity, and I got to seize the moment. But he loves Minnesota. Because Minnesota, A, we've been nothing but great to him, and B, we're literally the only team that wanted him this last season. So, good for us. Malcolm Butler.
Oh, man. I don't think he'll be back with the Patriots.
Whoa. That would be crazy, because he was the hero
of
that Super Bowl. I don't know. Dontari Poe. I'm gonna skip through some of these.
Yeah.
Deion Lewis.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be back to the Patriots.
They freaking rotate through.
I know.
People so crazy.
I wouldn't want to be back with them if I were him.
Nate Solder is another one on the Patriots.
I don't know.
Sam Bradford.
You know, I bet they keep Bridgewater and Bradford.
Oh, God, I don't want Bradford.
Bradford would be the backup.
Bradford never really. That's the weird thing. Bradford came in and he played all right. Just swallowed.
Just surprised me a little.
I feel as a fan of the Vikings that Bradford never really was embraced by Minnesota, and Keenum was like embraced almost immediately.
Yeah.
Let's see. Carlos Hyde.
I think he'll be back with the Niners.
There's been a bunch of weird things with that, though. It'd be interesting to see what the draft does to some of this. Tyler Eifert. He kind of had a disappointment.
Tyler
I think he will.
Kind of emerged.
Yeah, I guess. Jimmy Graham.
Excuse me. I don't know. I don't think he'll be back with the Seahawks.
But he came back.
What if the Saints re-sign him?
That'd be good for him.
Be good for the Saints.
Yeah, they haven't been the same since he left. Here's my last one. Jerick McKinnon.
Oh.
I want to sign him.
I think they re-sign him.
I think because he's so.
If I were him, I'd be like, pay me middle of the pack.
He has always been the guy who's just been there and like helped us when we needed him and like a change of pace back.
I keep thinking of all the young running backs that are out that are flooded the league. And if I were him, I think they'll re-sign him.
Well, I mean, think about what we have still. Like we still have Murray, we still have McKinnon, we still have Cook, who's coming back from an ACL. I mean, Cook was the leading running back in the NFL before he got injured.
If you can keep the majority of the people on your team, you guys get another cornerback and you get another cornerback and an offensive lineman, maybe a backup quarterback in the draft.
I don't think we need an offensive lineman, but we do need. Well, it wouldn't hurt. Let's put it that way. But we need a defensive lineman.
You'll need another corner.
Yeah, that would be nice. Although they say it takes 3 to 4 years for a corner that you drafted to come around, and Trey Waynes has quietly been way better the second half of this season and then we have a Mackenzie Alexander.
I'm pretty excited about Chidobe Awuzie for the Cowboys.
He's playing great. Agreed.
So it makes me excited to hear that.
Yeah, that's what they say. That's like because corners don't usually catch on right away. Like Lattimore is a freak.
Man, I wish
Tre'Davious White for the Bills. Here's another one. Rumish said Alex Smith or Marcus Mariota. There is no question in my mind that would be Alex Smith.
It would be Alex Smith for me.
Mariota is way up and down. And
I know. I've never been sold on Mariota.
I haven't been ever since I started playing as Tennessee in Madden in our leagues. One of my first things that I do is get pissed off at him in Madden and trade his ass away. Even in what we've been playing this season, this is our second go around in our current franchise in Madden, and I got pissed at Mariota, traded him away for Alex Smith, traded Alex Smith away for someone else, and then traded Carl Klug to Mike for Deshaun Watson, who is currently my quarterback. He just pisses me off. And I've actually gone down a level in overall.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
you're 3-1.
3-1. Wait,
3-1.
Maybe it's 4-1 now. I can't remember. Anyway, that's all I have. I mean, do you have anything else? Do you have anything?
No, man. I'm good.
All right, let's do this joint. Thanks to.
Nope. You gotta. If you guys got any, you would tweet at us at ProFBJuice
Hashtag Juice Nation. Well, you just go ahead if you want to listen to it. Go ahead and go to the Stitcher.
or the iTunes,
or the Google Play Music.
or TuneIn Radio.
Yeah, we podcast this some buck live every day that we do it on Twitch.
Which is sometimes every week, sometimes every other week, sometimes once a month.
Sometimes-
but you can also watch us on YouTube,
day.
bitches.
Yeah, this one that I'll post and previous ones if you want to catch up. You could also email us at profbjuice@gmail.com. Oh, profootballjuice@gmail.com. Sorry.
Hey, X-Roach says I'll watch every time I see you on Twitch.
Nice.
Hey, thanks, man.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for tuning
bring
in.
Questions.
It's good to see
like,
ya.
we really like it when people watch us live.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
ask
Bring more questions.
And
Ask
you really
friends
you
to
can
come
ask
on.
us whatever you want. Like,
We'll-
what's your
we'll
favorite
answer any
band?
questions.
What's your favorite?
Is it Pearl Jam? Even I don't know where that came from. Sorry.
How many people do you think actually think Pearl Jam? Who like Pearl Jam is their favorite band?
It's my brother-in-law's favorite band.
Really interesting.
He's the only one that I know that's his favorite band. And he won't listen to this because this is way past 5 minutes into the podcast.
This ex-Rumish kid is going to come out and say, "Oh, I love the Grateful Dead," and then we're going to be we're going to be best friends.
Oh, God. Weird.
He'll say he has no.
Yeah, he doesn't know who Grateful
He
Dead
has
is.
no idea who the Grateful Dead
No
is.
offense. If you do, great. But if you don't,
If you do, you're ahead of your time.
If you do, grateful. But you probably don't, which is fine.
Yeah, but Jerry Garcia is a god.
My favorite band is Radiohead.
Oh,
He probably doesn't know who that is either.
They just stole their shtick from Coldplay.
What?
Someone I saw like an article. Someone I saw an Imgur post or whatever. Someone was on Facebook saying that they were like. It's like, oh, this Radiohead, they're just Coldplay wannabes, and and like the comments under it was like, you're a friggin' moron.
Although they are trying to get the rights to a certain song by a new song by Lana Del Rey, because it sounds a lot like Creep.
Oh, I do.
No, she didn't do a cover of Creep. It's a song it's an original song by her. Well, maybe she did, but
I've heard her do a cover of Creep.
well, yeah, no, I don't doubt that. But like she also has a new song out on her new album that Radiohead's like, that's Creep. You basically redid Creep, so they want like, I don't know, rights to it or whatever.
Money.
It's a shame. I know how to play that on bass guitar.
Yeah. A little regular Phil Lesh over here, guys.
Geddy Lee.
Oh, yeah. Emily said the other day she doesn't like Rush, and that was after Limelight played, and I don't like Limelight all that much, but Tom Sawyer
I like
always brings me
Limelight.
back in.
But Tom Sawyer is great.
Today's Tom Sawyer.
That's one of the greatest ones. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. No, our mind is not forever. Oh, hey, bye. Bye, extra much. Thanks again. Sometimes it's just simple. It doesn't have to be a fancy
No,
thing.
I know. Oh, that's great. See, Emily, I don't know if you would have said that about Rush if Tom Sawyer had played, but living in the limelight, my universal dream. I don't like that song that much. Hold it up to the mic. Hold it up. That was a perfect.
Nah, there's a little hesitation between that and a.
There's a
We are Texans.
It's the Texans Bud Light.
Houston Texans. Bud Light.
You're up there. Bud Light, Bud Light, Bud Light, Bud Light, Bud Light, Bud Light, Bud Light.
Thanks to Bran
Yeah, and Emily.
and Arcadium Brewing.
Bill was here for a little bit.
Thanks to Bill. Yeah,
So
he
was
right
JB,
there.
I think.
Yeah, she was over there somewhere. Oh, she tried to kill herself on the couch
Oh, well,
for some reason.
you'll have that.
Yeah.
Deuces, guys. I could belch that, but I'm not gonna. Deuces. What?
I went big because we didn't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you're used to going large and disappointing, right?
No.
Oh.
What? No, I'm used to going.
I like to keep you on your toes. Oh, shit.
Dang it.
No.
Sorry. Keep me on my toes. My penis does that for me. Why did you do that to your mouth?
What?
When you did that?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you did that, but farted.
Really? So you thought I made the look and then actually farted?
And actually farted because you leaned over to one side too and everything.
Well, I have to sell it.
Well, see, you did that, and I was like, "Do you like hold your nose to get the full force to come out the other end or something?" It would take. You got miles of lower intestines to go through before so it's not gonna work. I'll just tell you that right now.
Yeah.